Assalamu alaikum. Let's cook. Okay, many black people are upset. They're on social media, online, responding with a lot of emotional anger due to the case in South Carolina with this black child, Cyrus. He was killed by an Asian store owner. Condolences to his family. People are very upset about this. The case was totally unjust. There's no way that this man should have walked. And I looked at everything that they presented a while ago. You know what I'm saying? I covered this when it first happened, but any more details that came out, I looked at it because I like to look at things and break it down as per the Department of Justice, use of force, stand your ground, castle doctrine, all that, you know what I mean? And people who follow the Runaway Slave channel, you know, if there are legit videos or information out there as far as use of deadly force situation, I'm gonna tell the truth based off of how I feel, whether the person's a racist, I don't like them or not, you know what I mean? Does it mean that they were right or I agree with what they did? Not at all. But facts don't have feelings. I know that a lot of our people do get upset when you tell them the truth. They don't want to hear the truth about certain things. Like, okay, boom. I say, listen, based off of all these details, this cop right here, he's going to walk. He was within the scope of the law. Even though what he did was wrong, he was within the scope of the law or he wasn't. You know what I mean? Facts don't have feelings. But this situation in South Carolina, with this black child, Cyrus, this man, this Asian store owner, 100% guilty. 100%. I looked at everything and I don't even feel like talking about it. The details, I'm burnt out. But the man was not supposed to walk. But we not surprised. And you know, I noticed that a lot of these white supremacists and a lot of you bootlick Negroes and you Satanists, you all the same. You look at these type cases and you use these diversion things that have nothing to do with the actual details in the bottom line. Was this man legally justified in using deadly force on his 14-year-old, or even if he was 50 years old? Not at all, okay? So I noticed what they do. They've been doing this for years, people. They keep a lot of focus on things as a diversion. Oh, he had a gun. What's he doing with a gun? Where are his parents? He wasn't being raised right. Totally different situation. We know that a 14-year-old shouldn't be walking around with a gun. You know what I'm saying? But that's a totally different situation. And they do this, well, it is a totally different situation as for the use of force. We're talking about whether he pulled the gun out and pointed it at this. I don't even want to get into it, but the case was totally unjust. It was wrong. But that's what people do. You know, when black people are in a situation, they want to go to the person's elementary school and pull out records and, oh, she stole a Nutty Buddy when she was 7. And shut up. You know what I mean? Let me stop. But anyway, people. Somebody's got a message for us.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are not neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty-ass attitudes, okay? Please, boycott Asian business. I'm all for it. I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses.
I heard him. That's right. He was talking big cocky. Big cocky. He already knows. Now, there are many ways that I could respond to what he said. Many ways. But I'm going to keep it right here. These Asians are so arrogant because they know, regardless of what they do, they can shoot boys, they can shoot girls, they can beat the brakes off of women in wig shops. They can lock doors and call the police on black people. They can do whatever they want. They're still going to collect the money. Black people are still going to go to their stores, spend the money, and they will continue to show no support for the local youth. No programs, none of that. They know that black people have no restraints. We cannot fast when it comes to their toxic, greasy food, wigs, and smokes, to name a few, and sugar and things like that. They know that as long as they selling these things, black people will always come see them. They can do what they want. They can say what they want. They can, you know what I mean? All that stuff with black people online, emotional hashtagging and all that, standing with her and him and BLM. They don't care about none of that. These Asians know enough about the history. They sit back, they study black people. This is worldwide too. You know what I mean? And they know at the end of the day, them N-words ain't going to do nothing. It's just an emotional response, and then it's back to business. They even know that black people will act dumb when it comes to them. They know that black people will do certain things like, okay, well, we ain't going to that store. We ain't going to Jimmy Yum's store down here, but we're going to go to Soon Kim's store around the corner. Yeah, Jimmy Yum, he the one that smacked that little boy. So we ain't going to go there no more. We going to go to Soon Kim's store. I mean, how stupid is that? They know that that's what we would do. We will make excuses for them. Jimmy Yum and Soon Kim, they brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they know that we'll do this because we have to have a wig. We have to have that greasy top. We have to have them shrimp rolls, them egg rolls, them half and half drinks. We need it. Them smokes, we need it. Black people will not practice any restraint when it comes to these Asian stores and the things that they sell. It don't matter who they shot, whose life they took, they know us, they study this. And most of us are just in denial about it. That's why we come with these hardcore emotional responses, because deep inside, we know we're not going to do nothing. Because when you know you're going to do something and you got it planned out, you don't respond emotionally. There are actually some Asians who have made videos in the past saying that black people are stupid. Now, we're talking about black people in America, and they also talk about black people on the continent of Africa and other places, on the islands, because it's like, if you have to be stupid. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's either there is some very, very strong sorcery going on here, or these people are just straight ignorant and stupid, or they really just don't care. They don't care. Or all of the above. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's my thing with this. I don't take the position of calling black people stupid because we buy the kind of things that Asians sell, even though I may not. And I know that everything that Asians sell in the black neighborhood is very detrimental for your health in some kind of way. Everything. They don't even give us access to the good stuff they got. Like them Asian, if you go to certain stores and you ask, some of those Asian people, those Chinese people, for a certain Chinese herb or whatever, some kind of Chinese stuff that they got that's like that, and you know what you're talking about, they'll act like they never heard of it. You know what I'm saying? One time I was talking to a Chinese person that I know pretty well. She told me I would never eat from my people. This stuff that they give y'all, I said, wow. So here's the thing. I don't take the position of saying, oh, you need to stop doing this, you need to stop smoking, you need to stop wearing a wig, you need to stop drinking them Arizona Ice, the 50-50 drinks, you need to stop eating. I'm not in a position to do that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's bad, but who can go around telling every black person to stop doing this? People are going to do what they want to do. But my issue is, if you really want this stuff that they sell, you can get it somewhere else. That's my thing. You don't have to go to them. I mean, let's talk on a local level. Black people can starve these people out to where they have to shut the store down within a week, maybe less. And if you really need it, if you really need a wig, if you really need to smoke, if you really need shrimp rolls and things like that, and mambo sauce wings or whatever you may get in your hood, wings with hair on it, whatever it may be, you like the way it tastes, the deep fried fries or whatever, you can go somewhere else and get it, or you can make it yourself. Black people could break down these stores one by one, starve them out. All it takes is a little bit of restraint, but we won't do it. You know what I'm saying? I know the dude said, oh, well, he's bringing up Hondas. We talking on a small scale first. Even if black people order their own stuff from Alibaba or whatever, starve that store out right there. These 3 stores, we're going to shut them down. It'll be done in a week. You know what I'm saying? But we just won't do it. We just can't. We just won't do it. If the white liberal cracker tells us to boycott Target because Target is getting rid of programs like DEI, where homosexual white people and white women are the prime beneficiaries? Yeah, because we found out, we know that black women, black men are not the prime beneficiaries of DEI. But when they said boycott Target, you had all your buck dancing shine bones. You had your Pastor Jamal Bryant's, your Jesse Jackson, your black Greek excellence women shine bones. All falling in place, had people online going hard against Target, which is nothing wrong with that. I don't care. But they only did it because the white liberal cracker told them to do it. Okay? But they would never use their same political and celebrity influence to boycott these Asian stores in these black neighborhoods or even in the suburbs. They won't. Why won't they? Because these same shine-bone Negro politicians who black people are always trying to defend, always trying to jump in front of, always trying to argue for because the white man is attacking them about something, they'll put these Asians before you too as well. That's why the Asians could go out and get a bill that protects them just because somebody said, oh, this COVID is out because Asians be eating bats and dogs and stuff. Oh, we got to create a bill because, of course, Kamala Harris is Asian. That's what she always said before she became, you know what I mean, saying she was black. She was always Asian. Oh, let's make a bill for them. You know what I'm saying? Your Jasmine Crockett, you'll get black people. And I'm just using these people as an example because they were some of the main ones. You get all these black shine bones online on social media. Oh, look, they trying to attack a black woman. They this and that. They talking about her hair or how she snapped her head. Listen, man, I don't care about any of these conservative white MAGA crackers debating or arguing with a Jasmine Crockett or a Maxine Waters or any one of these shine bone liberal, sock puppets. That's what they are. They're working for the white supremacist liberal. I don't care about that. So many black people, they get involved and they care about that. They should be more concerned about what are these people going to do for us? Nothing. Did you see how hard these people were going for the whole ICE immigration thing? Your Maxine Waters, your Jasmine Crockett. You see how they talk to black people when it came to, immigrants and Latinos and Asians and things like that? Look at how they were talking to black people. We just don't want to get it. So many of our people think, oh, they're arguing with Trump. Oh, we got to stand in front of them. No, we don't. They're not our people. Once these people sign up and do that, they're not for the people. It is what it is. They can't be. But anyway, at the end of the day, man, these people know that we're not going to do anything. We're not going to starve their stores out. We're not going to stop buying things from them. Maybe we'll do it for a week or two, but eventually we'll be right back to it. This is why we respond emotionally and so wild online and say these outrageous things. We need to do this. No, all we got to do is stop giving them our money. Condolences to the family of the black child, Cyrus in South Carolina. Easy.